Hello everyone with my classic events. Today my guest is Vasilis Papadis and he's there. That's great. Vasilis, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. How are you? How's it going?
All is fine.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I love all those guitars behind you. It's a great scene. So, Vasilios, I want to introduce you to our community who are watching us. Thank you very much, everybody who just joined my chat. This is Sunday evening for some people. So good evening to everybody, including you, Vasilios. And thank you for making the time to be with me today on my Instagram. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure for me. And I'm very happy.
Me too. We haven't met actually face to face, but we've known each other for the last how many years now? 5 years through Facebook.
Yes.
Facebook. I've been watching your activities in the classic car scene, which is beautiful. You're doing amazing work. You are in every sort of event. You are always with beautiful classic cars, and you've written books about classic cars, which is amazing. You chose the rare cars actually that you wanted to as a subject for your books, your 4 books that you've written already. That's something I'm very curious about, and I would like our audience also to learn more about you as a classic car enthusiast. You're a photographer. I've seen lots of beautiful photography. You won awards with your photos, which is amazing. So tell us about the passion. When did it all start, Vasilios? How old were you? 10?
At a young age, when we play with other friends, like quartets, the cards with cars. I remember some rare cars kept my imagine. So I didn't like the ordinary Ferrari, Maserati, De Tomaso. Yes, I also try my interest to a very special car. Not many times the most beautiful cars, but something to excite my imagination. Something very, very rare.
Yes.
So I decided when I grow up and I have money, I go to in every place. Can I touch these cars? So at the late 90s, I decided to go in Switzerland. It was my first touch with and I was go to Peter Monteverdi Museum in Basel.
Yes.
I met Peter. It was last years of his life.
Yes.
Fortunately, and he told me, "Where are you from?" And I say, "I'm from Greece." And he said, "Greece."
Long way.
If anyone have interest in my cars from Greece, and I say, I was kept in my hands the quartet card, and I say, this is my favorite car. It was the Verdi 550 SS, my favorite car of all time. It's the ultimate mid-engined car. Okay. The engine is inside the cockpit, inside the passenger and the driver with a hard. So you can imagine how it is to drive a car with 450 horsepower.
Can imagine how hot it is too.
Yes, very, very hot.
Engine must get very hot legs.
So the crazy of the some special people create cars, not to sold, not to sold, only to put the imagination on the paper,
Yeah.
and to have this result. I have to tell you a nice story. They told me, Peter Modeverdi before died, about this car.
Yeah.
He told me that it was very nervous to take a license, street license for the car, because it was very unusual with the engine inside the cockpit.
Yes.
And one day they called him from the Bern, the capital, to take the license, and he was so very excited and happy, and get the car to go in Bern to take the license.
Yes.
With a car without plates, just so you understand.
Okay.
In a minute, in hours, of course. And he goes to in Bern. He stopped the car. He go from the other side of road. He go to the building, get the papers, and when he go out and he saw his car from the next of the road. Yes, he stand because around the car was some Switzerland soldiers.
Oh wow!
Was around the car, who sang the national anthem of Switzerland, and crying.
Oh, that's nice.
So you understand, this man was not able to stand and go to the stairs to sit and saw this romantic, anything emotional, anything you like to say for this moment. And when he stand down, he saw under of the car was some drops of the oil.
It's normal.
That is normal, okay. But for him, he didn't like to go to the car to take it and go around, because he didn't like to show these soldiers the oil. Not to say, this is not a good car, because this can be fixed. Okay. It was from the car. But he said to me, I didn't like to go and take the car because I didn't like to break the dream of these young men to do things for the future. Okay. So you can understand some things. It's more about the emotions, and not only for documents. Statistics, specifications, but this is not the automotive history. Behind every car is a good and passionate story. Story for the builder, story for the designer, and story for the owners.
It's true. And it's beautiful that you are actually sharing that history and those stories in your books, I imagine. I haven't read your book yet, but we talked about it, and I can see how passionate you are about it too. And you would like to share these stories because you've been lucky that you met in a way that you've met such beautiful, wonderful people who are creative in that industry, and you are trying to document that and share it with everyone, which is beautiful. I'm sure everybody appreciates that. Tell us, this is a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing it with us. Tell us about how were you inspired to get into the book writing? And which book was your first?
Yes, of course. The first book was this one. I don't know if you see carefully. Okay. It's a one-off car, one in the world.
Mm.
They take me to the world of this specific type of body shape. It's called barchetta. It's a little boat in Italian.
Ah,
Okay.
Yes.
So it's all aluminum.
Okay.
Handmade. Chassis from Fiat 1100.
Yes.
Designed by Pininfarina.
Okay.
And this car was in Italy. In an event I was every year big guest. It's called the Circuito di Avezzano, and I like to thank the organizer Felice Graziani for an amazing friendship we have now, and for many years I participate. And this car was excite my eyes when I saw him at first. And I take some quick pictures because I was a competitor. I'm not a photographer to stay and take images. Many times I drive, I put my camera and next to me to get some pictures, because it's very difficult to express how I do my work. And 2 years after, an collector from USA, he called me and say to me, please, I like to have your pictures about Patriarca Fiat car. I searched in the internet for infos about the car I have, and I saw you. Only you know this car, and you have pictures. I like to pay for these pictures. And I say, to pay for my pictures? My pictures stolen from anyone. Why you like to pay for me? I can give you for nothing. And he say, no, I like to pay because you do a special job. And my first thought, I was possibly this man have a replica, because I know the owner of the car. It was Peppino Vaglieri, a very respectable collector in Italy. And I say, it's impossible this man in his life to sold this car. He had an amazing Ferrari collection, but this was his favorite car. And I'm pretty sure that never sold this car. And I understand that Peppino was died. I didn't know that at the time. And he said to me, this man was died, and I take the car from Italy. So I was very calm to understand that it's the original car. And I say, if you like, I can make a book for you, to have this book in every event.
So people know it's,
yes, of course. Not stand always in the car and say the story of the car.
Yes.
You have the book, and everyone can show the story and read the story. And he say, go on. That's all. I made 5 prototypes books for him, and one for me, to have as a memory.
Yes.
And I post a picture as very happy
with the result.
This is my first book, and I received many emails and messages from around the world, from Japan, from Colombia, USA, Spain, Germany. And he said, we like to have this book.
Yes.
I call him and I say, can I made some copies for the book? And he say, it's your job. And ask me, you have the authority to do anything. That's so. That was the start of how to create book.
Yeah.
I try to improve inside the book about the graphics, about anything, and every year, every new book is a step up. Never go down.
You're improving. You mean your publishing style and your
Yes, the photography, how to make my presentation.
Yes.
So all starts from this car,
Wonderful.
from this time.
What's your second book? Which car did you choose
My
for your
second book, it is one of my favorite cars. This is a Bizzarini.
Okay. Yes.
It's a €1 million car.
Yes.
It was also my favorite in quartet.
Yes.
Kid playing cards.
Yes.
And
your collection, you mean, when you were young? Wow.
So this car it was the Little Tony, famous Italian singer.
Okay.
It was Elvis, the Italian Elvis.
Okay.
Beautiful girls, cinema, and Dolce Vita. Okay.
Parties and cars.
In this car, in this book, sorry, I put the original. This is the homologation of the specific chassis.
Yes.
I have the authority of Giotto Bizzarini to do this. Yes. Giotto Bizzarini was an engineer and the father of the Ferrari 250 GTO.
Oh, wow. Okay. You got permission to use the documents on.
Yes.
Great.
This man, the Giotto Bizzarini, the maker of this car, decide with Carlo Chitti and other workers from Ferrari to do an argument with Enzo Ferrari and go outside from Ferrari. And this man goes to Lamborghini and made the first flat engine, 12-cylinder engine for Lamborghini. And then the most fanatic of Ferrari hate them because he goes to the other side from Lamborghini to do work. But forget that these men do for Ferrari because everything more prestigious is his child, Ferrari GTO. So you understand, many times some things made good friends to hateful enemies.
Yes. It depends. Yeah, true. Yeah. We have Rami with us. Sorry to interrupt you. Rami is going to enjoy this chat because he publishes history about cars on his Instagram, which is a beautiful page, actually. If maybe you should connect later on. I hope Rami is listening to the chat because I know that he will enjoy it.
So you understand, the collector who get this car, always in Italy I say, please, anyone have a Bizzarini to drive it, to take pictures and to make some articles.
Yes.
And all people say, oh, it's very expensive and very rare. How can we find? And one day a friend of mine, Antonello Salzano, he called me and he say, "Come to my place. I have a gift for you."
Okay.
And he opened the garage, and I saw this car. And he said to me, "This is the case."
Wow. This one, the yellow one that is in the book?
Yes, yes. This is the case. You have two days to drive it and to make anything you want. So you can understand how I work with a lot of emotions. And this is that they encourage me to be better.
Yes. In what you
time,
yes.
time to time.
Beautiful.
For the third book, if you like to,
yes, please share
to finish with books, I like to show you this.
Oh my God.
This is a car museum in Forlì, in Italy.
In Forlì? Okay, I have to go to that place. Yeah, I haven't been yet.
Yes. It's a museum, a collection of Dino Bandini.
Yeah.
No one goes and touches these cars before me.
Except you.
only one from Japan was made, traveled to made an article for a Japanese
magazine.
Wow. And after that, he didn't like too much publish for the cars. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And when I goes a first time in the museum, I was very stressed. The cars all was inside the museum. It's not a museum. It's a small place like a villa, and the car is very tight inside. So you must go for an angle to take a picture for all
hard, yeah.
cars.
I've seen cars like so
Sorry,
close that you can't
I can find a picture. Maybe it's more good to understand the dimensions of the place.
My God, amazing. I have to go to Forlì. That looks amazing. You managed to take a shot for the cover. That's good.
And I take shots, small shots from all the cars. And after that, I gave these pictures to Dino Bandini. 1 year later, called me from the ASI. The ASI is ACI. Is the original classic car in Italy. And he said to me, we made a new site for all museums, car museums in Italy, and we have your pictures about Bandini Museum. Can we use them? And I say, of course.
Yeah. Why not?
And I called Dino and I say, why didn't call me to cut my name before any picture? Because I was very afraid because anyone had stole my precious pictures of these cars. And I like to cut my name. And he said to me, no, I like to have your name under Bandini cars because you are my favorite. I choose you to do this.
Nice. That's very nice of him. Yeah. Yeah. Plus,
after years by years, the channel, the TV channel of Rai Uno in Italy asked him very hard to go in the museum to take a report. And he called me and he say, can I bring Rai Uno here? And I say, it's your cars, it's not mine. Why you ask a Greek man a poor man without, with no classic cars in my garage, and you ask me to bring in your museum, your collection, Rai Uno. And he said to me, okay, I call them. And he sent me after, he recorded with his mobile, the TV show from the TV was alive. And he say, haha, look at the cameraman. The cameraman was in one side, and he tried to take a shot from the cars, and he say, you can't touch nothing. I can tell the story of these cars, but no one can touch this car. Yes. And he called me after, and he say, come to my place. You are the only one who bring cars out of the museum.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's a very nice story. It's beautiful. Well done.
I bring all the cars inside, outside,
to take pictures,
because these cars must. Yes, all pictures is mine.
Beautiful. You did a great job in there. Wow, beautiful. Yes, that's very good.
I like to mention the first time I was go here, this old man was an old engineer, was 86 years old when he goes at the first time. So after 6 years, I thought he was not alive. 92, and I say, the old man is here, and he say he's here from the night, and he carries for the cars for you to make him made the cars shiny, to take the shots of the cars.
He loves it. It's keeping him going. He loves it.
Well, I try to help this old man to bring out these cars, because it was very difficult to make maneuvers.
Of course, yes.
To put outside. Okay, and he slapped my hands, and he said, "No, this is my job.
Oh,
I didn't learn anything. My work is this hand. You are for the rest of the work. You are for the good job." Okay.
Don't take his role over.
So you can understand how I made my books.
Yes, that's amazing.
Very different type. And when someone get one of my books, after he touch my work, he say, "Oh, please give me the opportunity to have all the other books, because now I understand how quality is this job and how special is, of course, because I'm the only one who bring out of the museum cars."
Yes.
It looks like I am an amateur.
I know not everybody wants really to take everything out of their museum, to take photo shoots, but it's a beautiful documentary of all the collection in the museum. You did a great job in there. What is your future looking like? What do you want? What's your plan for the next few years? What do you want to do when this Corona thing is sort of over? What's your next phase coming?
The plan is no plan.
You play the guitar, you love cars, and you take pictures, you document the stories and books. It's a wonderful story. What are you looking to achieve in the next couple of years?
I have 2 cars in my mind to approach. Okay. I have a very good friend, Giovanna Scaglione, is the daughter of Franco Scaglione. and I like to have the opportunity to drive and made a book, special book for Alfa Romeo Stradale 33, 33. I believe is the most beautiful classic car ever made. Yes. It's the 33 Stradale and the others car. Before
Before and after.
Before many years, in an interview, they asked me the 5 top cars I like to have in my garage, if I had the opportunity. Yes. And I say Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, again and again.
Again and again, 5 of them.
Okay, 5 of them. Yes.
Don't blame you, they are gorgeous. I mean, Italian designs are beautiful, aren't they? They're really beautiful cars.
And it's an engineer technology at its best. Yes. Because the car is less of 2 liter engine, and he have more than 230 horsepower. Wow. Without turbo, without any boost or tuning. So you can understand it's a piece of a masterpiece.
Yes, yes, engineering and design, not just the design. You're right. Yeah, that's beautiful. So you don't have other cars in mind except the Alfa Romeo at the moment. That's your next project that you would like to achieve, which is cool. We're waiting for the next book. So if anybody wants to purchase one of your books, what's he supposed to do or she to do? What do you guide them? They go to your website. What's your
website? In my website is www.historicautopro.com. Mm-hmm. He can show the donation button. Mm-hmm. He can call me in Facebook, in Messenger, in my with an email. The price is about 150 euros for each one. Mm-hmm. All my books is not stock, it's handmade. Yeah. Made one by one for the owner, just like this car was made in the past.
For one person. Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to touch these masterpieces, and I cut my experience in 100 pieces. So you can get one of the 100 pieces of my experience, and you have all the story inside. Okay, so you can understand. For my last work is this. Mm-hmm. This book is the first Abarth. I like to thank Miss Annalisa Abarth. Mm-hmm. Is the last, the widow of Carlo Abarth. Mm. The huge name. Carlo was amazing creator, and I like to thank the designer, the son of the designer of the car, Edgardo Michelotti, who made an emotional prologue on this book. So I like to tell you a small story, because with coronavirus we have a lot of problems last year, and when I type the story of the car to make the book ready before the spring this year, and I asked him to give me a short prologue for the book. Yes. And he was a phrasing old man in a place who have a lot of coronavirus victims. So I tried to not disturb him, to finish the prologue, because the book was ready. I called him, I say for the last time, and I say, please, can you give me the prologue for my book? And he say, oh, I forgot it. Yes, tomorrow I have, you have it. And when I read the prologue, I read for my friend Vasilios, and I say, I'm crying, okay? And I say, how I deserve to be your friend. You are a designer. It was also a very good and respectable designer. His father, of course, he was a superstar because Giovanni Michelotti was one of the top 5 designers for me at 50s, because at 50s, Vignale Carrozzeria, Vignale, who was the coach maker of this car, realized the drawings of the designers, made the most of the Ferraris. So it was biggest name than Pininfarina. Pininfarina goes from 60s to 70s, but at 50s, the best name was Carrozzeria Vignale. And of course, Giovanni Michelotti, because it was the top designer of the carrossery.
They were gorgeous cars, the 50s, yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, that's very touching.
On this book, on the last, my last book, I put on and a restoration of the car. So every year I try to make my work better and better. I'd like to show you one.
Well done, bravo.
On this book, you can see the restoration project.
Wow, cool.
I like to thank
Beautiful.
Walter Faralli. It was one of the very best car restorers in Italy, specialized in aluminum bodies.
Yes.
And I like to thank him because he gave me an article about how restore these beautiful cars. Because many of collectors have problems with restorers. Not good work from anyone. No responsible work.
Yes, it's true.
They like to keep from collectors money, but no good work in restoration. Okay. When I was in German to drive the car and made this book and open the door, it was like I have my experience about these cars, and always I try to break the doors, to close, to put my power, because they didn't close so easily.
Okay. Yes.
And to understand a good restorer, you can put easy to close the car. If close the door, it's okay.
Wow.
If not, possibly something goes wrong.
I see what
so you can understand.
The doors has to be, yeah, has to be done properly. The joints have to be done properly. Interesting. I love the stories. You've been through some amazing times with amazing people, and I'm really grateful that you're sharing that with us. Thank you, Vasilios. It's beautiful, and I can see that I'm so curious about your books myself now. I want to start collecting them. that came to me, I'm too far away from Greece. It just came to my mind now. Like, did you think about creating like a sort of a club on your website, maybe a private club for people who want to see these books, they want to purchase them, but as a digital copy? Maybe it's just a thought that maybe you can think about later on for the public in general who would like to obtain these books in a different way, not maybe the original copy itself, the paperback, but a digital copy so we can read the stories. Just an
I
idea.
understand.
Just an idea. So yeah, because they look amazing, and you must have put lots of hard work into getting them made. And
It's a lot of time, a lot of personal lost moments.
lots of
But
emotions in there. That you have so much emotion about your collection, about your friends, and the process
I
that you have
have
to.
I received many gifts from unknown people.
Wow, that's very
Just
sweet.
like show you something I have here.
Yanis is telling me I must collect all your books because I've never seen something like that. I'm sure he's right. Thank you, Yanis, for
Thank
that.
you very much. I'm good to promote other works, but not for my work. I
Yeah,
never do these books to make money. It's only for have the opportunity
I
to get a quick an airplane, and I
Yeah,
go in any place in the planet
yes, I
to
understand.
make
And
the book
for
and
people like me
show.
who love cars, they understand your point of view very, very, very clearly. Because if you love something and you're passionate about it, there's no price for it. Basically, there's
I have some new men in Italy who is family members of previous car brands makers or designers, and he sent me a lot of information and documents. And he
fantastic.
say
Wow.
I have a huge documentation, and
Yes.
he say please publish in your site an our work of grandfather. And
Oh,
when I publish from I say the name Carrozzeria Casale,
mm,
it's a small family.
yes.
And he say now the spirit of our grandfathers is easy, rest in peace,
Mm,
because in your side we saw only beautiful and good job, not to promote, not to get money,
yes.
not to pay for the special. Please press this button to show more and
So
lot and lot and lot.
you're not
So
advertising. Yeah, yeah. It's very nice.
never, never. Uh, my my stress is to put the engine of the car.
Mm,
I made thousands of miles only to press this button,
yes.
to smell the gas, and uh,
The feel.
to feel
Yes.
like these men before a half a century
Yes.
drive this car,
Yes.
and all say you don't like the new cars, the supercars. I
No.
have driven Aventador, I've driven many Ferraris, but
Different.
I didn't like, I didn't have this emotion when I drive this car, because
Yes.
the danger when you go
I
inside
understand.
in a tight place,
Yes.
flames,
And the
smells, and you drive a car, you struggle with a steering wheel to put a clutch 2 times to get the
physical exercise,
fourth
they're doing
gear.
something. Yeah. Not just switching, like pressing a button and going. It's different. I know
Yes,
exactly.
and the danger it's that make me the adrenaline
Yes.
inside me, and it's
Plus, I think for me, it will be also, and I'm sure it's for you, is the fact that these cars were designed and engineered by amazing people. Also, they were driven by very special, amazing people who appreciated them. So you are sitting in a seat really that very special people enjoy the same experience like you, and that's what makes it very special too, right?
I like to tell you something. There's a family for this car. It's called Ecceterini. It's the family of all these brands, Italian brands, who made race cars in 50s.
Yeah.
The name is a nickname, of course. It's two names in one, etc. and Ini, because it's Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Ecceterini. All the rest, but it was not an arrogant nickname. Not the rest, as we say for something useless or something do not worth.
No.
It was only for to say for all the others, and it's a very big family of this type of cars.
Yeah.
With two type of bodies: the torpedo, you know, torpedo. For Italian, it's siluro, the name, and barchetta.
Yeah.
So we have an example to understand. This car is a body type torpedo. Fenders, it's like a bicycle, is outside of the car. And we go, after years, to a more aerodynamical cars. We go to the body type, the beautiful body type of barchetta, the small boat.
Yes.
Looks like the small. The fenders goes inside the car. Car was pretty wide, more safe, of course, more easily to drive, more aerodynamical. But the fear, who feel when you drive a Siluro, a torpedo, is more exciting for the driver, because I say he struggle on the wheel to make to acting.
Body, all of your body is engaged inside the car, which is
So I like to mention to this type of family is the first of all is Abarth cars.
Yes.
And Bandini, Stanguellini, Giannini, Volpini. So you understand how they call them Terini. All the names in Italy.
The story is never going to finish. I would love to have another chat with you probably in a few months, because I want to see where you're heading to next, and tell us more about these rare special cars that you're still chasing to find and write about.
Anytime.
But I know Instagram is going to limit our conversation at some point, and I don't want to lose our interview here. So until we chat again, I wish you all the best. Tell us where you're playing music, because we want to hear your music. I haven't heard you playing the guitar before, except recently on your Facebook. So I'm curious about where you play and who you play for. And that's also another side of you that we haven't Yes, please. Yes. Finale. It's a great finale. Can you play something for us?
Not now, because I'm very shy. We are friends in Facebook. You can see my videos. I have also a channel, a music channel in YouTube. I can send you the link to see.
Yeah, send me the link.
I made my music. I write lyrics. I have some other talents, but I'm very shy to express them.
Music
now.
is in a language is something beautiful to share with everyone around you, which is plus the car passion, of course, and everything else. You're a talented person, and I wish you all the best you're doing. And I'm sure we will have another chat at some point where I would like to learn more about your next adventure. like everybody else.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You are a great
Thank you.
to conversation with you.
Thank you. I really enjoyed chatting to you yesterday and today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
great.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
All the best.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Ciao.